My bad. What's up, y'all? It's another 24-hour trades. Let's get right into this thing. So first we're gonna start off on the news today. So first area or first subject of the day. So we got let's see, what did we have today? Unemployment change. So we got UC came out positive. That's good. Some productivity, and then we have PMI at 7 a.m. So that might cause a little bit of like indecision until that news comes out. Whenever we have red folders after the session opens, so we'll kind of be looking out for that today. We also have what else? Our charts. So one main thing that I'm looking at right now, as far as the charts go, is we did have like a solid breakout of the trend, the downtrend that was forming here. We did break above highs, or like we did break above like previous highs that we had or made, or sort of some of the highs that we had made. I think we're still making our way back out of trying to break out of the downtrend. One thing to notice though is we do have this huge rush upwards, and not a lot of movement down, or as like a retracement. But I think we're finally getting that now, after so much time that we spent downwards. This was kind of like our accumulation phase here before price started moving back up, coming into this new month here. So anyways, so we got to break above. So now we're kind of in an awkward position now, where we have to come back and retest on on the area that we broke through, and potentially if we can retest and stay above, then we'll flip. Sorry. If we can retest and then stay above the trend line, then we'll kind of flip biases into more of like a bullish type of environment, instead of such a bearish one that we've been in the past like month or so, or at least the last few weeks we've been taking a lot of sells, and yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at today. But it is kind of making it tricky for at least my analysis as far as that goes, because now we're kind of in an awkward position where we've built up some support right above the trend. We could take sells at a break of the support, but then we have this weekly trend line in the way, or daily trend line in the way. So it creates a lot of indecision for me trying to take sells, only because that is such a huge that's just a big thing that gets in the way. It's not clear traffic. That right there is a rejection area, a lot of indecision, kind of like I feel like would be a liquidity zone rather than clear traffic downwards for some sells. So I think we're kind of on this today. I feel more comfortable looking at taking some buys unless we start to break through the 35,285 area, which is a ways away. But the reason I'm giving it so far away is because I do think that anywhere in this zone right here, we could just have some rejections and end up getting stopped out if we jumped into there. So I am looking towards now that I speak it out loud, Um, Looking towards taking some buys, I believe, make more sense. Um, but then that just leaves our entry areas. So one of the things about what's going on right now is that we have 50 EMA. It's kind of in the way for the one as far as 1 minute time frame goes, um, or 5 minute, I should say. Uh, one of, we have like a couple confirmations that we could have on taking some more secure buys, which are still ways away as well. But we have a trend line that was forming here. So on the hourly, 5 minute, 15 minute, all the time frames that we care about for taking entries. Um, and so if we can get some breaks above um, this area here, then we can be clear for some traffic upwards, about another 100 points of movement up to the next high, um, which is good. Um, but yeah, the only reason I'm even looking at taking buys is a lot of times when we came up to even try and retest this area in the past, we've gotten wasted. This is the first time we've broken through or attempted to break through this trend line in quite some time now. First time since about a month. Yeah, about a month ago when we began moving downward. Um, so yeah, a lot of oops, a lot of indecision to be had here. So we'll just have to be really careful today. Kind of wait for our confirmations. Um, we could jump in the market for some earlier, buys here. But again, we're kind of stuck at this next zone here that we could end up having price kind of like acting up at. Um, but I think we've had our one rejection here. We could get some more price movement downward, which in that case, if we start to get price moving down, then we'll kind of let price do its thing and play out. Because like I said, I'm not interested in taking any until 35,285. We wouldn't really be looking at taking any sell entries. And I really do hope that makes sense. Like why I'm not too interested in taking those areas, because it's just such the thing is like, if I can reason with myself, and I mean, I guess you can do this in a lot of situations, but um, when I look to do actions, I like to look for some amount of like confluence, um, which is basically just a bunch of different technical analysis pieces that give you the same reading or the same forecast in either towards buys or sells. Well, the thing is that um, for me, it makes more sense that I have more confirmations towards buys, because we had a break above, coming down, possible retest and rejection, built up like support area, and also if we look at the last few days here, we are moving um, in a bullish pressure. Um, so it makes more sense to look towards that, because even worst case scenario, here I'd be looking for a rejections about 160 points away. But I really think that's what scares me at taking sells would be this trend line. That's my biggest thing. So with that in the way, especially it being a weekly trend line, I'd rather not play around with that. Um, so yeah, I really do hope that makes sense. So there's just more confluence for buys. Like I said, bullish pressure, trend line broke, could retest, um, and now we're building up structure here. That looks like we want to keep moving upwards. So, but we'll kind of see what happens when market opens. Let's see what kind of readings we're gonna get today. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So sorry, I kind of let price play out a little bit there, um, just because we were not. Um, oops. Yeah, I kind of let price play out there because I don't know. That's just kind of what I what I always do. But you can see now that we are building up like a thick layer of resistance to be broken through. So that's lovely. Normally I'd be worried about, the next layer of resistance up higher, but honestly, um, if we're looking at it from like that point of view, I'm not too worried about that next level. I'm actually more worried about this because even at the 15-minute level, that's a way more or way stronger area of resistance than this little like 1 minute frame. All this, the only reason I'm even concerned about this resistance that we're at right now is because it's closest to where we're at. And it's even more consistent, even with like the 5 minute time frame as well. Um, so yeah, it's kind of what we're seeing here. We are already starting to kind of break through that, or attempt to. Got about 4 minutes before market opens. I don't typically like taking any. I don't like trading pre-market. However, so um, this just keeps pushing up my resistance area, unless we break above. Goodness gracious. No, looks like we're actually just breaking. 627. Price moving. Pre-markets. Love to see it. So now that price has gone up so much, kind of wait for, yeah, that's what we're waiting for. A little bit of a retest here, unless price just keeps dropping. $6.29. Went up about 23 points and then rejected out. Got about 15 minutes or 10 seconds actually before market opens. So we'll see what price wants to do. Kind of had like a failed break there. So now we'll market open. Price is looking a little jumpy. Oh, coffee. Thank you very much. Cool. So we're having a lot of indecision right now. I don't know what is showing on that other screen right now because we're not around that price at all. It's a little bit lagging right now. Still waiting for like a solid break up above this 30 area. Because I mean, if we can get a close and then price continuing to move above that, then we'd be solid. I don't know why it's showing. My charts are like super off right now. Wow. Yeah, my charts are off by about like 10 points between these two here. I think it's just because price is moving so what's the word I'm looking for? So volatile right now. That my MetaTrader's trying to catch up, or my trading views trying to catch up with MetaTrader, because the two prices that's showing right now is not matching up with what I'm seeing. What is going on right now with this chart? Sorry, I just had to reload that just to make sure. The thing of it is that I know my MetaTrader is right, but my hmm, hmm. Anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to see what price is wanting to do right now. Pushing. Yo, trading views so off right now. What in the world is going on with this? So off. I have never seen trading view off this bad at all. At all, at all. Hold on real quick. Oh jeez. Anyways, yeah, so I entered the market at 435 at about I had 29 points on drawdown actually. We didn't get stopped out quite yet. Um, we're just trying to see what price is going to do. We're having some issues breaking back above, but we had a couple rejections off that trend line, that weekly trend line zone, and then we had a bullish candle follow out, and then the next candle started moving up a little bit as well. So we took an entry. It was 35, 435. And like I said, I'm checking my terminal over here, and we had about 29 points in drawdown. So, um, bro, what is wrong with my freaking terminal today, dude? Just being garbage. Yeah, we got stopped out. Rough day. Really rough day. Um, I don't really know what to say about that one. This is like the first day that my terminal has been just like was acting up all morning. Um, 'Cause right now I'm on like a sample test of right now I'm on a sample size to see what's going on, or like test out like a new strategy. And so I have like a demo account open, but it was just moving super funky all morning. I thought price was off on my trading view, but it was actually for some reason it was like 2 minutes behind on my terminal. Like it's was not showing me actual price, so I had to close it out, reopen it up. Uh, Technical difficulties this morning, um, but the entry that I took was uh, still valid, for why I took the entry. I'm sorry that everything was moving kind of funky today, but I did have valid reasons for entry on this buying opportunity here, just because I wasn't, for me, looking at taking sells. We had a couple different areas that we could have, entered in at for sells for sure. We definitely could have. But even if I was looking for like breaks, um, we would have really never gotten what I was looking at or looking for until um, we had these two rejections here, and then this breakout candle probably would have been my entry here. I mean, we would have had taken 50 points in profit already. Um, but the thing is that, um, like I said, the sells just didn't really look too appealing to me. Um, and so, yeah, that's kind of why we didn't take that. We're looking more towards these rejections here, which I felt that we had gotten. But either way, shit happens. Move on to another day with this kind of stuff. So some technical difficulties um, this morning for sure. We had some technical difficulties, and um, I don't really know like what else to say about that one. I've never had um, any issues in the past with my terminal. Never had any issues like that. So this was definitely a little strange issues today. So we'll look into that, and hopefully when we come back tomorrow, we won't have the same the same issues. So, anyways, hopefully you guys had a better day than I did. Profited, maybe took the opposite of me, took some sells. Um, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with the next trading day. So, peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.